So, Pokemon. Very interesting with a bunch of ghost types, isn't it? One of my favorite typings, of course. Ghost type Pokemon has been around since Gen 1. And while they're one of the lowest typings of Pokemon out there, they're definitely still very valuable. However, there's one signature Pokemon that everyone loves, Mimikyu. Mimikyu has been since then loved for its design, its ideal, and its creative thinking. Pretty much, obviously, all the above of a perfect Pokemon character, and of course, a perfect rival to Pikachu. However, during its debut, there was a oddly suspicious theory going around about another certain Pokemon that may not only have connections towards it, but definitely seems to be very interesting. So, who is exactly Mimikyu? Well, Mimikyu is a dual ghost and fairy type known as the disguised Pokemon. And obviously, it looks like Pikachu to mimic. Why? Because it feels awfully lonely and it will do whatever it takes to look like it. Also, there's no reason why it's also covered itself even before making it look like Pikachu. Because apparently, if you look underneath, you'll accidentally die with a strange ailment or a shock. Apparently, it's so heartbroken that it will even try to repair it as if its life depends on it. Pretty much a very popular Pokemon that since then have made many fans, including myself, very happy. So now you might be wondering, okay, Phlox, if that's so good and it's a very easy understood Pokemon, then why there's a theory behind it? Well, there is a very interesting theory, a theory that exists during the development of the game, and the theory states that it's another Pokemon, and now you must be wondering what Pokemon that be. Well, allow me to show you a very old Pokemon that many people have certainly forgotten. Porygon. Now, for those who obviously have forgotten, or probably even didn't even know what this Pokemon is, Porygon is a virtual Pokemon. Yes, like Digimon or something. It was created in order to keep codes in, and is oftentimes known to be freely through space. If it looks familiar for some of the old fans, this is because this is one of the first normal types introduced in the first generation. But of course, it has two evolutions. Porygon 2, which is entered the second generation, which was made in order to go in freely into space, even though it had a glitch in it. And Porygon Z, that was introduced in generation generation 4, which had been, and of course it's super glitchy and it was supposed to go into dimensions, kind of already jokingly foreshadowing Ultra Beasts and all of that. Obviously, as you can see, they're all virtual Pokemon, they're all normal, and they have this signature ability, Conversion 1 and 2, which makes them turn into gosh, I'm blanking on it. Oh yeah, different typings depending on how the move works. It's kind of hard to explain, but pretty much they may be recognizable, and some of the more newer fans may recognize Porygon 2 as it's recently been banned due to its trick room thing, which is kind of ironic because they later put out a code. I am not making this up for it. Yeah, it's a very bizarre thing. So now you're like, okay, Phlox, if that is the case, then why on earth are we? It's connected to Mimikyu, and why on earth are you saying it's forgotten? Because obviously some people may remember this Pokemon. Well, actually, it is pretty forgotten Pokemon, as most people would not truly remember it. Until now, of course, since it did got popular with Click Room. But why am I saying it's not very popular Pokemon? Well, it's actually a very infamous Pokemon. I'll blame it on George's video showcase why. So much so that in this video he counts down top 10 forgotten cartoon characters, And it's on #1. I am not even making this up. Let me show you why. Let him explain why.
Porygon from Pokemon. The case of Porygon from the Pokemon series is an interesting one, as it's a whole species of Pokemon that has been banned from appearing in the long-running television series, including its two evolutions, Porygon 2 and Porygon Z. Porygon originally appeared in the 38th episode of the original Pokemon anime, titled Electric Warrior Porygon, which aired on December 16th, 1997. There is no official English name for the episode, as it was never aired outside of Japan. In the episode, the artificial Pokemon is shown to be created by a scientist named Dr. Akihabara. This episode is infamous for causing over 600 children in Japan to suffer from epileptic seizures and vomiting, with many being hospitalized. The scene in question is a 4-second long instance where Pikachu uses an electric attack on a group of vaccine missiles. The explosion causes the screen to flash red and blue in a strobe-like effect, causing the seizures. Interestingly enough, the actual scene that caused all these seizures didn't feature Porygon at all, but rather Pikachu. Given that the episode was centered around Porygon entirely, it seems more than likely that the species was banned to avoid any further connection to the episode. Pikachu is also the series' mascot, and banning him would be rather difficult and unlikely. The episode was broadcasted only once, and never received any sort of home media release. The show then went on hiatus for 4 months. The episode caused all Japanese television shows to air a disclaimer before the program for years afterwards, asking viewers to not sit too close to the television and to only watch in a brightly lit room.
Yep, this is actually a fact. And to add a little bit more to it, they also banned the move Sharp and Conservation 1 and 2. Of course, Sharp later did return, or Sharpen, or however you pronounce it, did return. But the point is, yes, that did happen. And it was very bad. In fact, so much so that it later on not only affected um, Japan, but it affected all around the world as it later on transcended into a law that states we shouldn't have seizures. In fact, so much so that Konami even keeps, warning us. So, of course, now you must be wondering, okay, why is this connected to Pikachu? I mean, Mimikyu. Well, obviously, it's also connected to Pikachu. But why is this connected to Mimikyu, and how does this even work, and what is the theory? Well, let me explain. So, pretty much how this theory all started was this simple thing, which I actually haven't done, so fun fact, I'm not going to use an actual video, I'm going to show gameplay of what's going on. Okay, so we're in like the Ever house. Can't go right, I know. Also, I might want to hurry up because I heard a major thing. I'm going to play this afterwards. But anyways, as you may have noticed, there's Mimikyu here. Hello, Mimikyu. Me curse you. Well, that's not fun. Jeez, I totally did not remember he said that, but... Oh yeah, that's because he probably was the totem Mimikyu, I think. I don't know. Anyways, next up we got this guy, and listen to what he says. Yes, you do get Porygon in this room. And you also get the double disc and the thing, and what you do is you just gotta trade it in. Yep, here it is. And again, the Mimikyu's in the room as well, by the way. Next. No. Yay. Now I gotta move it out of my party because I don't know. Yep, and I'm gonna go ahead and quick save this. And now let's get back to the whole shebang. So, what is the theory? Well, here's the thing. It's believed that Mimikyu is the dead soul of Porygon. This is due to three simple facts that showcase it. Fact number one, that obviously gameplay, being that Porygon and Mimikyu were all in the same room, and you get Porygon while during into the thing. Happened in the original game and happened in the obviously kind of remake thingy, whatever you call Ultra Sun Ultra Moon is. Second theory, because of how the whole phenomenon happened. You see, as already explained, despite that Porygon wasn't in the scene, they had to remove it because it was about the episode. Was about the episode, and Pikachu is the main mascot, and of course, removing him would be difficult, so they remove him. Plus, there's also something else. I'll send a link down in the description for the original theory, but it's stated that one of the ways you'll die through Mimikyu is through shock. Same way as similar to how that happened. And then the third part is the fact that obviously Mimikyu is dressing up like Pikachu in order to gain popularity back to itself. Now, my thoughts on the theory exactly. To be perfectly honest, it's a mixed bag. While many people obviously already did this theory and say that it's bullshit, to me, I kind of agree with it a little. Now, we obviously been confirmed that there's multiple universes in Pokemon in multiple scenarios, and even some that connected to the Pokemon thing. To my theory personally, though, I don't think Mimikyu is truly the dead soul of Porygon. For one, Porygon is very electronic, and while it might be living, I don't think it really is full living, like it has a soul. I know that's cold and say, but it is virtual and robotic. Plus, there has been proofs that some Pokemon still have souls. Second of all, and more importantly, it's just a wild guess stretch, since it's just a area which causes theories. I think the reason why it became a theory though was because of the anime, due to the fact that the Mimikyu in there was actually evil rather than the usual Mimikyu in the series. But either way, it is a pretty good theory because it does make some sense. Now, as my thoughts on what will happen to Porygon, well, there's two things I do want to tell you. One, the fact that it was never broadcast in the anime again is partially as a 95% true. It did later on reappeared in the anime, but only in the cutscenes of certain movies and just, the world of Pokemon. I think it was in Genesect, but really look it up on Bulbapedia, it is true. And also, interesting enough, Porygon Z did get a voice over in Pokemon Pokepark 1. However, I do agree there's definitely no hope for Porygon. The good news is at least he's getting back popularity thanks to the Trick Room thing and being banned, of course. But really, there is kind of no hope for Porygon. This is the kind of reason why, even though I understand that most people believe the theory is a little bit cuckoo, I actually do kind of believe in the theory, even though there are some ultimate holes in it, because it makes sense. And it's actually a pretty good story. The fact that, Mimikyu is the actually dead soul of Porygon who wants to be loved again, it's pretty genius. I mean, hey, I don't hate the theory. I love it because it's a genius story. The problem is, though, that yeah, there are some facts that hammer it down, and plus it's just an event. But still, it's a pretty good theory. So, let me know how you like it. And again, sorry for the long wait for these things. But if you guys want me to do other theories on Pokemon, let me know. And one more quick thing, which I'll leave it to these two to tell you. Okay, do we really need to do this bullcrap? Yes, we do. This is a very important thing, and we promise to do this because it is very important. Oh gosh. By the way, who the hell are you? I am Easter, of course. Oh, right, Easter, right. Meh, my, oh boy, one of my friends. Oh, come on. I feel that very thing. You're just a French cuckoo bear. Anyways, okay, I'll start off. So, as you guys know, this channel has hit 80 subscribers, and some of you may be wondering where is the 80th subscription, which obviously many people make fun of because obviously you usually have 100 subscriber specials and then 500 and blah blah blah. But this channel is different because of reasons. Okay, seriously, don't yell at me. Anyways, our point is that for this subscriber special to work, we need up to 8 questions, or of course more. The 8th special will be a top of the time Q&A, and we'll be giving out the answers. The questions that I point towards is more about the creator of this channel, Floxcat. Really? Why not for us? Because we are just interesting. Because we're not a part of this channel. We're just borrowing it for our own shows that will be developing soon. Really? Let's stick to the program. Silly. Shut up, you liquid. I'm serious. Let's stick to the program. Anyways, let's put your questions either on the next video, which will have more details on this later on. We'll have more details on it. But if you want to start now, go to Facebook and try to find Floxcat. Go to Instagram, which will have the link down in the description below as well. And even DeviantArt to answer your questions. We just need about 8 questions, but you can ask any. Once we have 8 questions and even more, if you want the answer, we will have lots of fun answering them. Please then we'll have the 8th special. We'll have more details on this later, but for now, please understand. Sorry, this is so unbalanced. Please understand that we only will answer questions that are related to the creator of this channel. Please make sure to find us, and we'll give you the links to the descriptions down below. Yeah, and go back to sleep, you candle. Shut up, Valentine. I mean, seriously, what are we got? Why are we doing this again? For a reason. Anyways, please, thank you for watching, and please understand we're very thankful to your subscriptions.